So let's warm up a little bit. And then we're going to try something that I've really never tried before. I did a little practicing before class today. But we're going to warm up first, and then we're going to try to do the 24 movements sitting in the chair. I don't know if anyone's ever tried this before, but it's a different orientation. So let's warm up first. So just think of yourself sitting in the hot tub. You're up to your neck in water, and slowly let the arms go up, push down and back. So you're pushing through the water. And let the arms float up to about shoulder height. And push down and back. And then reach for the sky. And push down and back. Let's form the ball on the right side with the right hand on top. I'm just going to move the ball over to the other side, turning your head slightly, turning at the waist, and rotate the ball. And go back to the other side. Rotate the ball. Turn a little bit more. And then turn at the waist 180 degrees. And let's bring the ball to the center and push the ball forward and back. Expand the ball. Spread your wings. Stretch your fingers and relax them. Back to the center. Good morning, Pat. Stretch and relax. We're going to go vertically with the ball. Rotate the ball. Okay, then we're going to reach for the peanut butter jar as if we're parting the wild horse's mane. And if you're sitting or standing, shift your weight from side to side. One more time on each side. Just let your arms float down to your side. Relax for a couple seconds. We'll make some big inward circles. and some big outward circles. Let's remember to breathe. Try not to hold your breath. And then just let your arms float down to your side. Okay, and let's stand up if we're not already standing. And if you have a chair handy, you can either hold on to the chair, or if your balance is really, really good today, you don't have to hold on to the chair. So let's put the weight on the right leg, lift the right arm, and lift the left foot. And let's do the other side. Lift the right foot. Do it a couple more times on each side. One more time on each side. Okay, and let's move the chair, just hold on to the chair and raise the right leg. And then we're just going to do a back kick. Okay, and then we'll do the other side with the left leg or the right leg, depending on which leg you started off with first. Okay, and let's go back to the chair. We're going to try something that we've never really tried before. So we're going to go through try to go through the entire form, the 24 movements, sitting in the chair this time. And then we'll have enough time to do practice the footwork again, the Tai Chi walking, and we'll do the entire form at the end. So remember, we're going to be in one position. So we're not going to be turning and stepping backwards or anything. Just going to be doing the movement sitting in the chair. Okay, so let's open the door. And I'll call off the movements and part the wild horse's mane 3 times. Hi, Dana. Okay. The white crane spreads its wings. This is a different feeling sitting in the chair. Brush knee and push 3 times. Play the pipa. And repulse the monkey. Two more times on each side. Board off and grasp the peacock's tail. Board off over on the right side. The single whip. Loud hands. Remember, we're taking 3 steps to the left. Another single whip. High pat the horse. And the right heel kick. If you want, you can do the kick. Box the opponent's ears. And the left heel kick. Now the snake's going to be kind of tricky. The snake is going to go through the grass. So we're actually on the rooster standing on the right leg. So we would end up here. Okay. Now we're ready for Fair Lady works the shuttle. So we should go to the right side. And to the left side. Needle at C-bottom. Make hands like a fan. We're going to turn. Form the ball, make a fist. We'll do the back fist. Then we're going to close the door. So just a little different feeling. If you've never done it before, might have a tendency to get lost on some of the turns. But the point is very much like the better balance. If you're up on the slopes and you hit a tree and you break your leg, there's no excuse not to do your Tai Chi. Well, maybe the heel kicks, depending on which leg is broken. So let's review some of the footwork. Okay, and let's just practice the Tai Chi walking. So remember, when we take that step, it's really just a quarter of a circle step. So we're not actually stepping. It's just a quarter of a circle. And remember, you want to have your left foot, we're starting with the left foot. So the left foot should be going straight ahead. As you shift the weight and you rock back, we're going to pivot to that 45-degree angle. As we step up with the right foot, we have the right toe going straight ahead. As you shift the weight forward, rock back and pivot to that 45-degree angle. We'll do it a couple more times, just to get the hang of it. Okay, so let's go through the entire form. Okay, and let's begin with our feet shoulder width apart. Bend your knees slightly. Step in. Step to the side and open the door. Apart the wild horse's mane 3 times. Do a half step up into the white crane, spreading its wings. Back a bit, you go into the brush and push 3 times. Half step up and play the peeper. Then we'll repulse the monkey 6 times. Ready for the ward off. On your left side, grasp the peacock's tail. Again, remember to breathe as we're doing this. Don't hold your breath. Okay. And do the ward off over on the right side. Grasp the peacock's tail. Time for the single whip. Step up. Go into cloud hands. 3 steps to your left side. Remember to follow your palm as it comes across, turning at the waist. And go into another single whip. Stepping to the diagonal. Half step up with the right foot to high pat the horse. We're ready for the right heel kick. Step down and box the opponent's ears. And the left heel kick. The snake goes through the grass on your left side, into the rooster on the left leg. Snake over on the right side. To the rooster on the right leg. Ready to work the shovel on your right side. And on your left side. Half step up and kneel at C bottom. And turn around so you can see this. Kneel at C bottom. Make hands like a fan. Okay, so I'm going to turn around. Now we're ready for the back fist. The apparent close up. And close the door. Turn so you can see closing the door. Okay, so let's go over a couple of the movements. So let's do the white crane spreading its wings. So after the third part, the wild horse's mane, do a half step up. And foot's at a 45-degree angle. We're going to turn at the waist to that 45-degree angle. I'm going to start forming a ball. And start compressing the ball, making the ball smaller and smaller till we drop the ball. The right arm is going to swing up into the air to protect your right forehead. And then we're going to face forward. As we do, turn the palm. Look at the middle of your palm for a second. Now we're going to be making a half circle with the right arm. And the left arm is going to be making a half circle following the right arm. Until the left hand comes over to your right elbow. So you get about 6 to 8 inches there. We're not touching the elbow. We're away from the elbow, but still protecting the elbow. Look at your right palm. So now we're ready to go into the brush knee and push. So let's just do that one more time from the third parting of the wild horse's mane. Do a half step up. Turn at the waist. Start forming a ball. We're going to drop the ball. The right arm's going to go up into the air to protect your right forehead. And then we're going to turn and face forward. Turn the right palm. Look at the middle of your palm for a second. Make a half circle with the right arm. And a half circle with the left arm. And look at your right palm. Okay, we're ready for the brush knee and push. So we're going to bow step. Brush and push. Rock back and pivot. Turn and look at your left palm again. In the meantime, the right hand is protecting your left elbow. So we're going to bow step. Brush across your right knee. Push with the left hand. Rock back and pivot. Turn, look at your right palm. Bow step. Brush and push. And I don't know if anyone has ever timed themselves, but to go through the form, it normally takes between 5 to 6 minutes. And remember, the slower you can do each movement, the faster it's going to sink into your muscle memory. Especially for those who have not done Tai Chi in the past. And remember, there's no rush to finish the form, and there's no rush to learn it. It all comes together slowly but surely, one little piece at a time. Okay, so for anyone who might be kind of new, it normally takes anywhere between a year or so to actually learn this form. And half the battle is memorizing the sequence of the movements. Once you can do that, the rest comes pretty easily. And the great thing about Tai Chi is not only are we exercising different parts of the body, we're also exercising the brain. So let's concentrate on repulse the monkey. I'm going to turn this way so everyone can see my feet. Okay, so from play the pipa, Then right arm is going to swing backwards. We're actually making about a half circle again. Then look at your palm for a second. So make sure you turn your head and turn at the waist. If your waist is stationary and you turn your head, you might get a crink in your neck. So you don't want anyone hurting themselves. So turn at the waist. Okay. Now bend the elbow. We're going to step back with the left foot. And I don't know if you can see my left foot. Raise the right foot so you can see it. But that left foot is at a 45-degree angle. So maybe if I face you, it'll be a little easier to see that. So I'm stepping back with the left foot. The left foot's at a 45-degree angle. And right now, the right foot's at a 45-degree angle. But I'm going to pivot on the right toe. And I know we've talked about this many times before, but if you pivot on the left heel, if you pivot on the right heel, it just brings your foot too close to the left foot. And we don't have a whole lot of balance there. So if you pivot on the toe, we're pretty much balanced that way. We can rock back and forth. If we do it this way, we're going to fall over as we try to rock back and forth. So very important to pivot on the toe. So let's do that about 6 times. So play the pipa, turn, look at your palm, bend the elbow, step back with the left foot, 45-degree angle, pivot on the right toe. Look at your left palm, bend the elbow, step back. Again, 45-degree angle, pivot on the left toe. One more time on each side. Okay, now I hope everyone feels pretty comfortable with that. You can really know if you're off balance or off kilter. So remember, we always want to have our feet pretty much shoulder width apart. And if I were to pivot all the way again on the right toe, here I am in, well, we've talked about the horse stance. So you're perfectly balanced on both sides. Nobody can come and push you over. Okay? So we've got a few minutes left. So let's do that again from the, we'll do the, repulse the monkey a couple more times. Oh, and that's what I wanted to bring up. When we do repulse the monkey, you're actually pushing your opponent in the chest, your imaginary opponent. He's coming towards you, and you're pushing him. After the push, you want to raise the palms upward. So both palms are facing the ceiling. Okay, we've got about 8 minutes left. So let's go into the ward off. Ward off and grasp the peacock's tail. So Remember with the ward off, all these movements, you have to imagine your imaginary opponent is right in front of you. Okay, so as we do that ward off, we're actually striking that imaginary opponent in that soft spot in the chest and knocking the air out of it. Okay, so as we do that, they're going to lean forward and we're going to grasp the peacock's tail. What we're actually doing is grabbing your opponent by the shoulders, since he's already leaning forward, and we're pulling your opponent down to the ground. So one opponent is out of the way, but here comes another one. And we're going to strike that opponent in the chest. As he leans forward, we're going to push him away. Okay, so then we do the other side. As he leans forward, grab him by the shoulders and we pull him down to the ground. Here comes another opponent, striking them. So it gives you an idea of what the hands are doing. We're just not flailing our hands in the air. So let's go over our longevity Qigong exercise. A few minutes left here. So maybe we can, if we have time, we can do this 3 times today. So again, we're going to start with our feet shoulder width apart. Just bend your knees slightly. Okay. And there we go. And remember to breathe. It's a breathing exercise. So 2 dragons go towards the sea. 2 tigers go into hiding. Soaring up into the sky. Seeking the moon at sea bottom. The abbot lifts the bronze urn, and the wild goose lands on flat sand. The elderly monk lifts up the chi, leading away the goat. So I want to mention one thing. When we go down, just bend your knees, keep your back straight, and try not to lean over. Because you might lose your balance if you do that. Okay? Try to keep the back straight. So as we come down, the abbot lifts the bronze urn. The wild goose lands on flat sand. Bend the knees. Keep the back straight. Look straight ahead. Elderly monk lifts up the chi. Leading away. We go. So let's do it one more time together. Relax. Remember to breathe. Here we go. 2 dragons go towards the sea. 2 tigers go into hiding. Soaring up into the sky. Seeking the moon at sea bottom. The abbot lifts the bronze urn, and the wild goose lands on flat sand. The elderly monk lifts up the chi, leading away the goat. All right, so let's do it one more time. Okay, getting our exercise in this morning. Okay. Here we go. Two dragons go towards the sea. Two tigers go into hiding. Soaring up into the sky, seeking the moon at sea bottom. The abbot lifts the bronze urn. The wild goose lands on flat sand. The elderly monk lifts up the chi, leading away the goat. Okay, so we have about a minute left. So let's do our Tai Chi salute. And remember that the fist stands for power or strength. The fingers are friendship. See the fingers there? And the little thumb is humility. And to show respect for one another, we put the fist in the palm of the left hand, extend the fingers, cover up the little hole with humility. And to show respect for one another, we bow to each other and we say, Han Yomen Zai Jin, Han Yomen Zai Jin, and Han Yomen Zai Jin, which means goodbye, friends.